Hello there, and hi, this is Scott. This is an update on what's happening with the Instance 2.0. All right, it's coming at the end of the month. I don't have an exact date for you yet, but just know it'll be right around the time the new expansion drops. Hopefully providing a nice little audio/video companion for you when you do that. But I wanted to take an opportunity in this video to talk about the plan. All right, what's going on, what's different, maybe what's the same. And there are a few things we still are ironing out, but for the most part, I can kind of give you some structure here. So the plan right now is the show is going to be monthly, not weekly. Is there a chance in the future it goes back to a weekly format? Possibly. Maybe a bi-monthly format? Maybe. I don't know, but we're starting there. I'd much rather give you more frequent stuff later than pull back and do less frequent. My experience with WoW at this stage, nearly 20 years old since its launch, it'll be 20 this November, is that it doesn't always sustain a weekly format like it used to. Okay? Doesn't mean anything's wrong or anything's bad about it. I just don't think that it fits that well. But if it does, we find a reason to do that, well, maybe we will. Okay? Co-host. You're probably all wondering who's going to be here. I invited Jesus. Just kidding. His name is Bobby Frankenberger, and you may know him from a couple of guest spots on the morning stream. He also does a science segment there. Been getting to know Bobby for a couple of years now, and he's crazy about stuff like mythics, and stuff that I think will be a good addition to the show because I'm not that hardcore when it comes to like endgame rating and that sort of thing. So we'll have his voice on a lot of that stuff. Plus, he's just a great guy, loves WoWs, never stopped playing. And I'm very excited for you to meet him if you haven't already. So look forward to that. We'll have special guests as often as possible, special interviews. I even have one lined up already for the first one. I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's a surprise. Okay. But look for also some Blizzard people. I'll reach out to the PR people and see what I can snag over there. As far as the kind of content we'll cover, we'll definitely be talking about retail and definitely be talking about classic. We're not going to separate it or do only one of the other or whatever. It's for all I'm concerned, it's one big happy game. And things like, the rewind thing they did with Pandaria, that gets a lot of talk as well. So we'll try to cover kind of all that stuff. You can still use theinstance@gmail.com for the email address. That's a great way to get a hold of us. But we're also using this Frog Pants text line and voice line. And you can call or leave voicemails there anytime, 801-471-0462. That's going to be up on the site, so easy to find it. The site also has a contact form if that's just easier for you to go there and do that. All of that is at frogpants.com/instance. You might be wondering if there's a guild connection to all of this. AIE continues to be a thing. A lot of you are still members of it. It's out there. It does a lot of games now, not just WoW, and is still fully functional and wonderful. People over there are great. We also started a secondary guild with the Core podcast. We're going to mostly be promoting that one here because it's connected to the shows and stuff. And so more details on that to come. But the Core, Retail, and Classic guilds are growing. We now have cross-realm guild membership and cross-faction guild membership based on recent patches, and already those ranks are filling up. So if you want to be a part of that, we are definitely open to new members. A couple other things that I think are important to note here. We will not be doing, at least regularly, we may do something here and there, but the shows themselves right now are not planned as live shows. They will be both video and audio, like in the past, but not recorded live. This is my way of taking it kind of way back to the beginning of the Instance in 2006 when those weren't even options. And I like the kind of closed system it provides. Nothing wrong with chat rooms and live shows, but for the kind of curated thing I want to do on a monthly basis, we're going to keep it simple. You'll get the videos up on YouTube, and as soon as they're launched, and you'll get the episodes on RSS audio like they always did in the past. Those are available and already up there. You can go pre-sub right now at frogpants.com/instance and get ready for those to drop. The video version will be at frogpants.tv. We're aiming for an hour to hour and a half per episode, so 90 minutes, probably right around the maximum. If it goes longer, great. Shorter, great. We're not that picky about this part of it, but so you can, expect, but how much content you can expect. It's in that range. Right now, the plan is to do 6 episodes per season. That means while it's a monthly anyway, that's 6 months of content. And we will do those likely as 6-month runs with a break of a month or so in between, and then decide if it's time to pick it up again. The reason I'm doing this is instead of just saying, well, here's a thing in perpetuity and it has no end, the way the show used to be for 16 years, we're gonna give ourselves kind of like television does. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a break and a little bit of a decision-making process, and then we pick it up and we go from there. Okay, so that's the plan. 6 episode seasons, 6 months at a time to start with. If the frequency becomes more regular, we'll see about maybe adjusting that cadence. But right now, that's the plan. If you were all hoping for segments in the show, those will likely return in some form or another. Some of them may be a nice little throwback to things you're used to. We'll see what happens there. Might be tapping some people for segments, maybe some folks that used to do it, maybe not, maybe some new folks. We're not trying to trap this in the old way and trying not to change everything either. We're just kind of being open to what's out there. And for those that want to support the show, we are planning on having this as a monthly Patreon, obviously, because it's a monthly show. So all of this stuff is coming together. There's a lot more to say, and there's a lot more to do before our first episode of 2.0. But the instance is coming back, and I'm very excited about it. And you can also expect regular video and audio content just up on the feed for funsies. So we see something cool in the game, we may talk about it here and there. And you'll get some of that from both me, Bobby, and some of our guests even. Like, we're going to try to just make it so that we always have pipelines to talk about the game we've loved for so long. I'll get into, maybe in a different video or a different time, talk a little bit more about why I made this decision and why it's coming back after ending it. We're about 2-year break on the thing. What led to this? Was it simply that new content's coming and I'm excited? That's part of it, but there's more to it, and there's not enough time in this video to do that, so I will go into that in more detail coming soon. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, leave them below on this video, or if you're hearing this in some other way, you can send that feedback in. You find all these contact methods at frogpants.com/instance, and we are very excited to see you in less than a month. Bye now.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. You're amazing. Want to hear more amazing? Go to frogpants.com for more amazing. It's like a maze of amazing.